Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. It's Monday, May 29th, Memorial Day. Thank you again to all the service members who gave their life in order to protect our democracy. A great question just popped up in my comment section from Lee Anderson, sorry if I mispronounced that, asking a question about, did Biden promise McCarthy support from the Democrats to stay as Speaker of the House if he agreed to these compromises on the debt ceiling? That is an amazing question. And it just absolutely resonates with me. And I got very excited to the point where it's like, literally, I looked at the comments and it was up for like 13 seconds. And I want to read on it because I hadn't even thought of that. That's brilliant. Now, it may not have happened, but just the thought of it is just amazing because that's exactly something Biden would do. That is exactly what he would do because that's the political thing to do. And it could be why, McCarthy is not too worried about the MAGAs getting all upset and all ornery because, and they'll probably put the word out. It's like, if you put this to a vote, maybe they won't put the word out. If the MAGA folks put it to a vote and the Democrats support McCarthy, it makes the MAGA Republicans look really, really weak. So, did Biden promise McCarthy Democratic support for the limited compromises on the debt ceiling and budget for entertainment purposes only? Heads up, this is not a MAGA-friendly channel. Talk about a man holding all the cards. This is kind of like the Dawn or somebody who they have all the answers. I got an offer for you. You look like a smart boy. You look like a bright boy. Come here. Let's cut a deal together. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's Lee. Thank you very much. That is a brilliant question. So yeah, this is, whether this is Biden or McCarthy, this could be both. This is Biden coming through with the offer. And then this is McCarthy sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is fabulous. I can get some compromises and I'll have all this support behind me. And it could be that McCarthy even asked for it. It could be Biden offered it. But this is, the high priestess is ask and you shall get. And yeah, I think there was absolutely a discussion. And it was a wise thing for McCarthy to do. Because he maintains power that way. Now, mind you, I have seen in my readings that McCarthy is going to be, he's going to lose his speakership between the debt ceiling being raised and by the end of the year. I'm assuming the budget will happen back there. I would just assume that he would lose his speakership there. It could modify it. If he doesn't have full support of the Republicans, he's effectively lost it. If he relies on the Democrats to maintain his power, he's basically lost his speakership because now it no longer represents the Republicans' best interest. It's a bipartisan one. I'm still going to go by my initial readings that he will lose that. But I think in this case, he will have the support of the Democrats on this vote. And if he is brought up for it. Now, when the budget comes, that might be a different thing altogether. But I think for the debt ceiling, he's got the support of the Democrats. And maybe that's all Biden supported him on. He probably didn't promise anything more than that. Just this one item. In the past, there's your agreement. Two guys coming together, coming to a mutually agreeable proposition. Now, I can't say I'm real thrilled with the fact that Biden had to compromise at all on it, but when you're dealing with extremists, you're dealing with extremists. But on the whole, it's not a bad deal because Biden did not give up much other than he's going to give his word that for the budget that they will try and work within some of the confines that the MAGA Republicans want. And when the Democrats, if they get control of all of Congress as well as the presidency, they don't have to maintain those promises, because at that point the House doesn't care. The House says, you know what? We've changed our mind. We don't want these things anymore. So literally, this is a 1 year promise. That's all it is. We'll just have to, again, it's like, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. It's just, we're not there yet. As a collective, we're not there yet. So we have to keep making deals with awful people in order to get where we need to go. Current situation. It's a nightmare. The budget, it hasn't been approved yet. The debt ceiling hasn't been approved yet. He has to sell it to people. And I think he's starting to find out just how much of a nightmare it's going to be. Because if the GOP's not supporting it, he's going to have to rely on the Democrats. And that's just going to undermine his MAGA credit. McCarthy has put himself in such an awful, untenable position because he has to rely on the opposition party to support him, which in this world of political extremism, that's the worst thing he could have happen to him. Again, if you're watching this and you're a MAGA supporter, you might be all grumpy about this, but you would agree, right? I mean, if McCarthy made a deal with the Democrats to stay in power, this is his worst nightmare. I think we could all agree on that. We might have different views on how we want this country to run, but we can all agree this guy's put himself in a situation. And you might say, well, he should have just been firm and run the country in the ground. Yeah, but do you want to be the king of a ruined castle? Because that's what would have happened. He's selling his victory, baby. Yeah, he's victorious, and the overarching energy is victory. Biden has won because the debt ceiling's been raised, is going to be raised for 2 years, and he gave up very little in order to get the agreement. And even then, it's only going to go out for a year. McCarthy wins on this one because he got some concessions on before getting the debt ceiling raised. So he's going to sell that to the Republican base. And he'll get to keep his speakership in the process because the Dems will support him. They'll maybe have to hold their noses to do it, but they'll support him. Lesson to be learned is that some people got left out in the cold. This card came up yesterday from the MAGA. MAGA are going to feel like they've been left out. They've been shut out of the game. And they're not going to be happy about it because, again, they are an extremist party. They're right-wing Christian nationalistic extremist terrorists. That's what they are. Sorry you don't like it, but it's the facts. And they're not going to like that. And they're not the type of party to just say, shucks, we didn't get our way. Darn, we'll get them on the next one. That's not what they do. What they want to do is burn down the house. The Five of Pentacles, that's like an institutional building behind them. The people that are outside here, they're feeling like they've been abandoned. They could go into that building and get the help that they need, but they're too focused on their big feels to actually do something about it. Outcome is going to be the Knight of Pentacles. So McCarthy... Okay, this has got multiple meanings. First off, now he has to ride towards the budget. Now that you got the debt ceiling done, now you got to start working towards the budget. And he's going to have to reach out, potentially, if he wants to. He's going to have to reach out to the MAGAs and offer them something. I don't know what that something's going to be, but he's going to have to offer them something of value. They may not want what he has to offer because he's already left them out in the cold, which feeds into the nightmare situation that McCarthy finds himself in because he has to deal with these people. Under it all is the world. The world can breathe a sigh of relief, but this is McCarthy taking his taking the path, his destiny that he rode to, and bringing it to completion. He's the one who wanted to hold the country hostage with the debt ceiling. It's now done. But at what cost for his victory? That's a great question. And that's going to be a question for another video. I hope you liked this video. Lee, thank you so much for that question. That was amazing. That one absolutely resonated with me. This might be the easiest read that I've had in weeks. The last couple days have been a little bit difficult on getting some clarity. That one was an easy one. Thank you very much for suggesting it. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so do all the YouTubey stuff. And I want once again to thank my subscribers and thank the viewers for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. The channel's been growing, and it really inspires me to keep putting up videos. Lord knows I do shotgun blasts of video uploads. Whereas, Sterling, for instance, he'll do one a week, and it's this high quality, precise, on point, wonderful presentation. Me, I'm just shooting shotgun, just blasting shotgun shells all over the place, just scattering the internet with all sorts of random readings. But I'm having a good time with it, and that's the best part about it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Take care.